I'm getting swooped by a magpie. Come here, little magpie. I can't do anything to magpie while I'm wearing the vegan cyclist kit. And it's black. Mate, let me tell you, great idea making a black kit. While I'm in my current state of fatness, I'm going to be wearing this kit so much. Oh, at least he's not trying to eat my eyeballs out. G'day you absolutely cracking humans. We are here in a little town called Sale. It's day 2 of our adventure, but day 5 of the Great Vic Bike Ride. Sale is halfway between Seaspray and Bairnsdale, which is where the stage goes today. It's a beautiful little town. There is some fantastic cafes. We are going to go grab a coffee right now. We are in the gorgeous little town of Seaspray. This is where the start of stage 5 of the Great Vic Bike Ride starts, down at the... I don't think it actually starts at the beach, I'm not sure yet, but I know it starts in Seaspray. And one of the great parts about this beach is it is beautiful and it's a cracking day. I'm wearing jeans like madness. I don't know why I didn't bring shorts. It isn't exactly summer, but it was silly not to bring some shorts down. With this Great Vic Bike Ride, it is a multi-day event. The Indie Pack was a multi-day event. Multi-day events and endurance, like adventure cycling and endurance, long-distance endurance cycling is becoming a bit of a thing. And hopefully it develops and grows. I just heard that the Indie Pack 2018 has been announced, so that's pretty exciting. I thought I'd give you 5 tips, 5, not 10, 5 tips on how to do a multi-day event. Tip number 1, don't take too much stuff. Everybody, including myself, I habitually take too many things. Everybody takes too much stuff. You know, the people that probably don't are seasoned veterans like Sarah, Hammond, Jesse Carlson, you know, Christoph. We know that he had very little on his bike, and in fact it turned out he had a tent on his bike. Well, not a tent, but a bivvy bag, but no one actually knew it was there during the Indie Pack last year. So don't take too many things, right? People always take too many electronics, cords. Me personally, I took too many clothes. At the end of the day, if you're on the road, you can buy them. The basic rule is lay out what you think you need and then halve it. The next one is make sure you're drinking plenty of water and eating lots of calories. You need plenty of food when you're on these adventure rides or these long distance rides and multi-day events, because the fatigue is accumulative and so is your glycogen stores deplete day in, day out, and it gets worse over time. So make sure you get more hydrated as you go along into these events. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. If you focus on water, you can't go wrong. Water is where it's at. You will get electrolytes and you'll get salt and you'll get things through your food. You know, that's why seasoned veterans like Jesse Carlson and whatnot, they always eat really salty chips, salty foods, so that they have the sodium. You know, we even saw Christoph Alleget putting salt out of a shaker into his hand, followed by some water. So salt is very important because that helps you retain the water, but definitely plenty of water and plenty of food. It's certainly not beach weather.
I think this would be a really nice place though, like over Christmas, New Year's, it would be quite busy, there'd be a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, nice to be at the beach and the park.
Yeah.
Like it would be a really nice town.
It's definitely a beautiful little town. Little park over, there's a little
getaway.
Little play park. I think there's a camping ground up there and a caravan park, so it's actually quite a nice little area, to be honest with you. Have a look at these little boys and little girls. What's going on, you legends? What's cracking? You want to come and hang out? But it's all drifting, memories falling apart and leaving us only. This feeling that we hold on to the past through distant dreams. Don't let this be the shadow of a drifting memory. Alright, this is the sail swing bridge. It was used, little fun fact, it was used in the movie Tenderhook, starring Hugo Weaving and Rose Byrne. But it's a swing bridge, and it swings out and lets the steamboats through. Cool story, bro. Oh man, this bloody magpie, there he is. What's going on, bro? How are ya? Are you getting swooped by the magpies?
Not yet. There's one on the bridge, though.
I know, well I'm getting swooped now. Alright, get going, go hard on the way home. You can't see him, but he's sitting up in that tree there and he's face to face with me. I've actually been to this region quite a few times. It's really well known, Barnsdale and just the surrounding area is really well known for the base of some really awesome skiing and snowboarding. In summer, it's quite a beautiful place to just come and hang out. You've got a lot of beautiful lakes in this whole region. Lakes Entrance is just up the road. And so it's a really good area just in general to get away from Melbourne. All right, so this seems like quite a nice little area to go through our final 3 tips of adventure cycling. So tip number 3, make sure you're well prepared. So I'm not saying the Indy Pack is similar to the Great Vic bike ride. The Great Vic bike ride is going to be sort of a bit of a mix of a fun thing to do over 7 days with a lot of entertainment and stuff at night. But also it's still a lot of riding, and it's still quite a hefty effort during the day. But I will say, for any adventure cycling like this, or even something more hardcore like the Indy Pack or the Transconti, you really need to be prepared. And I showed that during the Indy Pack, in that I didn't test my gear, I didn't go camping and sort of try out my stuff and try out my setup. I didn't adjust my body and my mind to being out at dark at night in the tough environment that is Australia. So I would say definitely from experience, you've got to go out there and test your mind and your physical body, and make sure you're well prepared going into the event. Tip number 4, make sure you are open to meeting people and just talking with humans, and just enjoy the people that you meet. Okay, you might be an introvert and that's okay, but I think you've got to go into these events because you will meet some fantastic people. Anyone that goes into an event like this has a great adventurous mind, and quite often they've got some great tales to tell. BJ, for example, when he went over to Albania and did that huge trip, one thing he was saying a lot was that he met some absolutely cracking humans, some beautiful people, and I think that is all part of the experience. That is the thing, that is the crux of the adventure, really, is meeting the people. And I think as you go through life, all these things and stuff really aren't going to make you happy. It's the relationships in your life, it's the people that you meet, it's the stories, it's sharing experiences. And I think that is at the crux of what is great in life. Finally, tip number 5. I would just say go and have fun. You never know. Really try to enjoy it. Really try to understand why you're there. You never know. It could be your last. It could be your last month on Earth. I mean, at the end of the day, part of life is moving on. All right, out with the old and in with the new. We're all going to die, and I think life is definitely not a destination. There is no destination. Quite often, people pass away suddenly, so you never know when you're going to go, man. And I don't mean to be somber and finish this little rant on a sad note, but it's not really a sad note. It's a fact of life, and try to enjoy it. You know, I remember being out in the middle of the Nullarbor and being out there and just thinking to myself, you know what? I'm in the house of pain. I'm mentally destroyed, but how good is this? Like, really, how good is this? So try to enjoy it and have fun. All right, home for my ride. That was a lovely ride. The sun has just gone down. It is perfect weather. You can't see it on, well, you can't quite see it on the camera, but that is the most beautiful sunset. And life's good. You know, I'm back on the bike. To be actually back on the bike, there's Hanny, is pretty awesome. But we're at Bairnsdale. It's not like, it's a bit like Barnsley. Barnsley. Is that how you say it? Barnsley. But we're going to go get some dinner now. And this is the end of the ride. So it's a 109-kilometre ride from Seaspray to Bairnsdale. I actually can't attend the event because I'm going to be in New Zealand for the Lake Taupo Cycle Challenge, which is already pre-booked, pre-locked in. However, I might be able to come down for the last 2 days. So I'm just trying to work that out at the moment. So if you're doing the event, I hope to catch you guys on the last couple of days of the event. And if you're thinking about doing the event, all the links will be in the description below. And again, thanks to the Bicycle Network for having Hannah and I come down and just enjoy a couple of days away. And we'll see you guys in the next vlogs. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And we'll see you. Be good humans, be cracking humans. And we'll see you guys in the next vlog. I've moved away from the magpie. He's over there somewhere. I thought I'll get out of his hair and stop him bloody fretting about me eating his children, or her. Could be a girl. He's up there.